Hello everyone, I'm 2077 Saint and welcome back to Hellisus. I was gonna say Chronos to New Dawn, but that's already done and over. We'll most definitely revisit that game once that new difficulty drops, but until then we'll continue on. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right back into this. I wonder what's down here. Hellisus, do you remember the book you gave me when I became pregnant? It was a play from the outside. You bought it from a smuggler. I remember a particular passage that aptly captures my newfound feelings toward you. Now never pause again, never stand still, till either death hath closed these eyes of mine, or fortune give me measure of revenge. Until we meet again, Hellisus. Is Hellisus your dad, Remy? Remy. Oh, wait, hold on. There's multiple directions. The end. Ooh, there's that thing. So maybe if we find this, we'll also find the one for the one back where we, yeah, that thing. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Wait. Under the town of Jova. It's this place. Now all we need to do is find the correct paintings and we'll be in business. Where are those paintings, you may ask? Somewhere out there. You're joking, right? I don't think that goes there. Can I take it back? Thank you. And sometimes I need to stop touching shit. Just don't touch it. No. The pictures that we find. Cool. What exactly am I supposed to do with those? No idea. Alright. So we need to... go. You got your first one, your second one, third one. I'm a goober, but I'm not. I still use majority of my brain. the dawn. Damn it. But only makes sense. Right? Now I need to find some numbers. Well, those are there for now. Like, maybe I just might be able to find something. Maybe what I'm looking for that could potentially be in the store. Oh, of course. Let's talk business. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that spot downstairs, would you? In the basement? I know I wasn't supposed to go down there, but I went down there anyway. Ooh. Victor, I've always respected your moral objection to martial training. Should you ever change your mind, or simply wish to evaluate your handiwork, there exists an invertebrate training facility used by generations of vigils, right here in the Casa Marcias. You can find the entrance below Monument Hill. The pillars ensure entrance must wield a limbic weapon. Counterclockwise from the northeast. Vitalis. Oh, there was a subtitles on the right.
Thanks for helping us in the tunnel. I left Lieutenant Rue at the outpost. I'll check in on her later. Any luck figuring out how to open the door in the basement? I looked everywhere for the code.
That's what I came to you for.
You know anything about this necklace?
Vitalis has one too, though it's not quite the same. I noticed some of his friends wore similar ones around their necks. They call themselves the Vigil. I think they're made of limbic shards like your weapons, but I'm not sure. The weapons, the necklaces, and the vigils are all connected somehow. I guess Vitalis left out some lessons.
You know anything about this necklace?
No.
You know anything?
Vitalis, I think...
You know any...
Vitalis, I think...
What are these weapons?
They're called limbic weapons. Vitalis told me that they were intricately tied to this country's history. He taught me how to repair and enhance them. But to do so, I need limbic shards. And Vitalis wouldn't tell me where the shards come from. He kept a small stash hidden behind the red toolbox. Go get it, and I'll show you what I can do.
I have many of them.
Do you know the woman in the pictures?
Whoever she is, she seems to be a painful memory. Vitalis became angry whenever I asked about her, and he would shut me out completely. So I dropped it.
Can you tell me more about yourself?
When I met Vitalis, I was in a very dark place. If it wasn't for him, chances are I'd either be a criminal or dead. Face down in a ditch somewhere.
I know how you feel.
But Vitalis saw something in me. He gave me focus, discipline, and skills. Skills that would one day serve a great purpose.
What do you know about the Vigil?
Vitalis told me about the Vigil, but not in detail. Before he left, he promised to explain everything upon his return. We've always been cut off from the rest of the world, even before Girion Yankel's dictatorship. Everyone acts surprised when Sabinians and Palamists rip each other apart. Isolation has terrible consequences on individuals. Imagine what it can do to an entire population. In fact, you don't have to. Look around. There are plenty of examples of such consequences. It's like Hadia is a science experiment gone awry, meant to teach the rest of the world a lesson. After witnessing and hearing of atrocities being committed all over Hadia, it only seems to fill my spirit with dark thoughts. One thought stands out from the rest, though. Whatever these creatures are, we deserve them. I have nothing but good to say about them. They're the first outsiders I ever met. They were very friendly to everyone and very helpful. Lieutenant Rue gave me a few odd jobs here and there. Her men taught me how to play football. I had a blast, as did some of the kids in Jova. They organized a small tournament, which helped us forget about the political tensions flaring up. I feel sorry for Lieutenant Rue, though. She lost all her men. They were all very close, especially with Rojo and Typhon. I should check in on her soon. My father was Sabinian. I'm a freak occurrence in Hadia. I belong to both worlds. I think the Sabinians got lost in their so-called progressiveness. They seem to have lost touch with their roots. If you go far enough into history, Sabinians were all Palamists at one time. I think it's important to know where you're from. It might humble some of the pride and temper reckless ambitions. Don't tell anyone, but my mom was a Palamist. I attended Mass and participated in some of the rituals. It made my mother happy. But I grew out of it. Now that I think about it, that's when my life took a turn for the worse. Vitalis helped me out of that hole I had dug for myself. However, I would be a liar if I said that my faith didn't play a big part in my recovery. I'm happy to say that I stand in his gaze again. And yes, I admit it. I pray to him at times, especially for Vitalis' safe return. Vitalis had a relapse a while back. I helped him through it. He let a few things slip out, though. It didn't make much sense then, but I started connecting the dots when I crossed the marsh. He spoke of these creatures. He said that they were coming. He called it the Calamity. He said they were the physical manifestation of malevolent human emotions, and war was their doorway into our world. I figured it was the alcohol talking. I sure as hell believe him now.
Oh, that makes sense. Get you to create and upgrade limbic weapon equipment. Can you make me some better armor? I'm getting my ass whipped out here.
Need upgrades?
Am I even wearing that? It might be.
Damn, I'm good.
Okay, so if you think about it, yes, war would be a doorway because, like, if these things are connected to human emotions, war is a mixture of a lot of emotion. And, you know, if you think about it, like, but everyone does start off together and eventually they branch apart, and that's what we call politics. Debates and all that. Okay, so you got this pole arm. I do like these axes. It is time we decide which weapons we are going to be using. Why do I have two of these? I do like the sword, but its speed is subpar. It does more damage, yes, but the twin axes are DPS. But it has low damage, right? Okay, it has low damage, but how many attacks can you get in all at once? This, you can only get in 2 or 3 before you have to back away. This, you can get 3 or 4. There's a B. I will upgrade these, yes. And what we'll do is rage. Converts to rage. Ecstasy. Let me look at this real quick, because I don't know what we're actually doing here. I want to know what I'm doing before I do it. Inventory. These. Faintly with the latent ecstasy of the slain entity. Well, I mean, that doesn't tell me anything. Terror. And then you have rage. And then you have this one. And recoil. In a terrifying burst, you recoil backwards, leaving nearby limbic entities stunned with gripping fear. Pure hatred manifests into a lasso that ensnares a targeted limbic entity, eventually pulling it back into melee range and stunning it in the process. Stun duration 2 seconds. Teleportation 5. Unlock 1 is required. Oops, sorry. Okay, so figuring this stuff out. I'll come back to him. I know it's foolish to do so, but one thing is for certain, I would like to gain as much information as I possibly can. Ooh, whip that ass. Hello.
Poor bastard. Next time he falls, I'll let him choke a little longer.
Wait, who is this guy?
His gaze be upon you, my son. You're not from here, are you? I know everyone around here, and yet there is a way about you that is familiar to me.
Who are you?
I am Abbot Jaffer, the spiritual leader of Patham Abbey. My life started here, and it seems it will end here. I don't know where you are from, but I'm afraid you've wandered into hell.
What happened here?
Madness and hatred happened here, and lots of it. When I finally managed to get back from Tulsi, I rushed to my brother's home only to find my niece Rebecca orphaned. Then the soldiers began to round up the villagers. When they kicked in the door, I told her to hide. I gave myself up.
Your niece, Rebecca, is she okay?
How long can a young child survive in these horrible conditions? Could you be so kind as to check in on her? The last time I saw her was in my brother's home. It's the building with the treehouse next to it.
Where's the Abbey?
It's southeast of Jova, sitting on a rocky plateau. From the marshes you can see its beautiful golden spheres and Sethrus's ever-watchful eye. Tread lightly, my son. Captain Voss sent some of his men to ransack the abbey. He's obsessed with finding a treasure that does not exist.
Is that one guy that trapped those two in that?
They can keep beating me for as long as they want. I have no idea what they are talking about.
Why is Captain Voss doing this to you?
Captain Voss is a criminal and thief parading as a soldier. You don't believe me? Look inside his trucks. They are filled with things he stole from Palamist families.
Damn it.
Why is Captain Voss? It is the reason why he arrested me. He can beat me as long as he likes. My answer will always remain the same. There is nothing of value in the Abbey besides our barrels of mead. The roots of hatred run deep and far across Hadia. This isn't the first time we've been caught in a perpetual cycle of violence. Sethrus's benevolence lives in all of us. But the serpent also lives in us. He does not dare show himself until the laws and customs have fallen. When that happens, you will quickly realize that the chains holding civilized men are weak. Steel yourself, my son. The serpent strikes when we are at our most vulnerable. This war is a sword sharpened by propaganda and religious intolerance, slicing and dicing up what generations built over centuries within days. The exchange of cruel and violent acts and the lies perpetuated by the media all played their part. I was shocked to hear that even priests were involved in spreading hateful rhetoric. Now look at us. I see only darkness ahead, but I have faith in Sethrus. I believe Hadians can quell their emotions and come back to reason. They must, or all will fall to ruin.
Yeah, the question is who's gonna succumb to it first.
Lieutenant Rue was the first outsider I ever encountered. She was as curious about our customs and traditions as I was about hers. This Buddha she spoke of is a fascinating figure. I was saddened to hear that the outside world seems to fall prey to the same dark impulses as Hadians, which is partly why the peacekeepers exist.
To keep the peace.
Being a peacekeeper is admirable. Risking one's life for the betterment of others is a noble pursuit. No matter how hard they try, I refuse to hate them and never will. We both share the same land and God. There is plenty of room for peaceful coexistence, and Sethrus has plenty of love to spare. I'm not naive. I understand why things are the way they are, but that doesn't mean I have to accept them. How do we stop the spread of hatred from one generation to the next? I lack the wisdom to know the answer, but know where to begin. I need to start with the next generation. The children of this war must let go of their hatred if we are to climb out of the hole we dug for ourselves. There is a moment in history that all Palamists should reflect on, if not regret entirely. The country was ruled by a heavy-handed theocracy, with one thing in mind: power. A young charismatic erudite named Sabingo wrote several Reformation theses, which gained popularity. What did the Palamist traditionalists do? They hunted them down. They accused them of heresy and burned them at the stake. they were palamists who only wanted reform. Nothing is easier than listening and finding common ground. It is effortless compared to the alternative. That moment of hubris sent us on the path of endless wars. We don't learn from our mistakes. We only seem to repeat them. I overheard the guards speaking of such creatures. If what they describe is accurate, then the darkest days are ahead of us. In specific passages, the Holy Kata speaks of TR's demons. Some of these passages relate to the curse of TR, brought on by the great sins of destructive emotions. These writings were meant to be interpreted as metaphors and stories, to teach and inform us. Could this be happening? May his eye protect us.
Alright, so we got a lot from that guy. Not that guy. This priest here. And so Sabinians and the Palamists, they're all stuck in their own beliefs. And if you dare to steer away from that, you die, or you are severely punished. Hello.
I was part of the mob that hung those Sabinians in the marsh. I don't know what came over me. Now these soldiers make sure I pay for my crime every single night. And I deserve it. I knew all of them. We were neighbors. I taught their children. Those kids were my life. Rebecca, Talum, Justina, especially little Cyril Kun. I want to remember who I was back then, before all of this happened. I need to wake up from this nightmare. Sethers, forgive me.
Okay, so we're looking for there.
This is the life, man. For years I waited for this fucking war and it finally arrived. 2 years and we're just getting started. You know what's exhausting? Pretending that everything is okay. Love thy neighbor bullshit. It's about time we rid ourselves of the Palamists. I'll drink to that.
Can I kick his ass? You don't mind if I kick his ass, do you?
Yeah, see that guy? Looking through the binoculars, standing safely behind the sandbags? That's the captain. I suggest you chat with him before you wander into trouble.
Yeah, I was about to get in trouble just now. Mr. Gawky Mouth. It reminds me of their early animes, Inuyasha, Bleach. Talk to me.
I'm only permitted to play Sabinian classics, I'm afraid. Unfortunately, I only happen to know one of their dreadful compositions. I'm getting the impression that Captain Voss is tired of hearing the same tune over and over again. I need to learn some new pieces before I end up against the wall. What am I supposed to do with this? Stop interrupting me. You'll have me killed.
No, I wouldn't. You know anything about this?
What am I supposed to do with this? Stop interrupting me. You'll have me killed.
Wait, hold on. give him the teddy bear.
We got everything we need.
No, you don't. You don't have my boot. Add that to your collection. Send it right into your ass.
Thank you, but I don't need this.
Hold up his watch.
Thank you, but I don't.
Okay, so we're gonna go over there. I'll talk to everybody else once I'm done with this. Rebecca, you up there? Good Lord. Can I destroy this? Well, I guess not. She's most definitely barricaded behind that.
Dear Diary, Mommy and Daddy are still yelling at each other a lot. Daddy says there's a lot of bad men coming to hurt us. Makes me really scared. Uncle Jaffer is the only one who still plays with me. He says we should all go to the lake with him. He says it's safer there, but I don't want to leave my friends.
Rebecca, hello!
You're not a soldier, are you? Please don't tell anyone I'm here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, who are you?
I'm Rebecca. I've been hiding here since the attack on Jova. When the bombs fell from the sky, I was playing in the treehouse with my baby brother. My parents ran out and screamed at us to get down. My baby brother ran to them. That's when the bomb exploded.
I saw your uncle. He's gonna be alright.
Thanks, Zethyrus. Uncle Jaffer is like all the great saints in the stories he used to read to me. He told me about the great holy men who fought against the Sabinian sinners. Uncle Jaffer always gives so much to help others in need. Zethyrus would never let him die. He wouldn't.
What happened here?
The soldiers rounded up everyone. Uncle Jaffer told me to hide when they entered the house. They arrested him and they took him somewhere else. The soldiers separated everyone. The men, the women, the children. People were screaming and crying when they were being forced into the buses. The soldiers didn't take everyone, though. The rest were brought into the forest across the marsh. Only the soldiers came back. Miss Haley taught us about Hadia. She told us that the Sabinians were horrible people who always wanted to hurt us. And they gave us examples of what happened in our history. King Astor was a very mean man who wanted to eliminate all the Palamists. The Sabinians think he's a hero. It's true. Look at what they did to us in Jova. Miss Haley was right. They all hate us. I want this to end. I want my mom and dad to tell me everything will be okay. I want to play with my baby brother in the treehouse. I want to go to school. I want to play with my friends in the marsh. I don't want to listen to Uncle Jaffer's sermons. I want things to go back to normal. I don't think they ever will. They were always nice to me. Sal wanted me to stay with them at their outpost, but I didn't want to. This is my home. She came to see me in secret and make sure I had food. This morning, she told me she was leaving. She wanted me to leave Jova with them. I told her I was staying for Uncle Jaffer. She gave me more food and said goodbye. I hate them. They killed my mom and dad. They killed my baby brother. He was only 5. Miss Haley was right about them. They're not people. They're all murderers. Everyone I know is gone. They're with Zethras now, in the higher place. Uncle Jaffer talks about it in his sermons. It's where we go when we die. It's a place that has no memories. You only feel happiness. It's where my mom and dad, baby brother are. They're demons. They're here because of the Sabinians. They're friends with the demons. They don't attack them. See? They're friends with them.
This is probably a bad idea.
I don't need this.
Okay. Alright, I have more reasons to kick ass. But if I were to fight everything here, I think I'd do worse than good. If the Sabinians are keeping the creatures at bay, but they're not coming here, I think that's for the best.
They recently assigned me to this battalion. I needed a breather after we pushed through Umbrahan. I heard rumors about what was going on behind the front lines. That shit in the forest. That isn't me. The Asterian army is filled with men like Vass. And he is as filthy as they come. Watch your back.
Yeah, he better watch his.
I've seen Enzo and Daniel do some fucked up shit, but this takes the cake. Almost retched when I walked in. Then again, what happened to their families? I guess it's tit for tat, huh?
Whoa. Well, when you start playing the game, like at the very beginning, they warn you of all the... I've never felt so much rage just shoot up like that.
Damn it! Of course I drew the short straw. The worst cleanup job in town and I pull it. Figures.
Can I crash this over the top of this guy's head?
I
found the poor pup whimpering alone in a house, just abandoned there by the owners. Unbelievable how utterly heartless these palamists are. He's in good hands now, though. Aren't you? Who's a good boy? Hey! Hands off! I found him. He's mine now.
Okay. I'll be back. I'll be back. The downside is I'm not gonna show up with a station wagon. I'm gonna talk to Voss in a minute. Hold on, give me a second with the horses. It's like when I saw the name Voss, I immediately thought of Voss. You know, for Far Cry 3. I mean, there was a reason he did what he did. Yeah! My dude. I attempted to press it once, but I pressed it twice instead. Evacuation notice. 0800 hours. On post Jova. Owen Refugee Camp Delta. Northeast Building, Lieutenant Rue, on Peacekeepers of the 4th Light Armed Division. To all civilians of Jova, the ON Peacekeeping Unit of the 4th Light Armored Division is evacuating from Jova. We are attempting to rejoin the rest of the 4th posted at ON Refugee Camp Delta. All citizens are encouraged to leave with us. Instructions. Arriving before 0800 is recommended. Pack essentials only due to limited space. This is going to be one long game.
I don't know why I'm still holding my gun. I saw a guy unload 2 clips into one of them. It just kept coming at him like it was nothing.
I'm surprised they don't have this place overran.
We lost a lot of soldiers putting up these barricades. If they ever decide to storm the town, we're all fucked.
Yeah, pretty much. I think the only person that would actually survive is Rebecca over there.
Look at these fucking things. They're not the crunchiest chip in the bag, but they make up for it with pure aggression and ferocity. One of these bastards dismembered a guy like he was a mannequin. Well, they're calm now. But when you piss one off, run. Run your ass off.
Yeah, if you say so. I already tried to run at the beginning. Whoop my ass. You didn't see it, but I did.
These are the scumbags that hung the Sabinian family. What a waste of ammunition. They should have let me do it my way. They would have suffered for days.
This shit will never end. I need to get the fuck out of here. I had no choice, man. Voss and his goons look at magazines to see if we fired. Whatever you're doing in Jova, make it short.
We caught one of these scumbags scavenging for food in one of the houses. A few ripped fingernails later, he gave up the rest. They were were hiding like rats down in the old well. This filth got off easy if you ask me.
No. It's not the fingernails. It's what is underneath the fingernails.
I should be at the Abbey, trashing the place. I bet those lucky bastards over there are filling their pockets with...
No, shut the hell up. I'm not talking to everybody in this damn bitch. That's a waste of time. I want to kill every single last one of them. Give me the medallion, asshole. Wait, I don't think that's him.
I don't know how you managed to get here, and I don't care. I have my orders not to interfere with your operations. Just do me the same courtesy. That's all we need. A bunch of fucking outsiders roaming around our country. I strongly suggest you avoid my men. They have enough to worry about.
Who are you?
I'm Captain Vass, 6th Battalion, 3rd Company of the Asterian Armed Forces. I'm in charge here. Jova is part of Asteria now, so everything here belongs to the Sabinian cause. I'll follow my orders for now, but there's a limit. The way I see it, you're not bulletproof, and you're alone.
I may not be bulletproof, but I am alone. But that means I have less baggage. So if I wanted to wipe this entire place clean, I could do it without anyone questioning me.
I think we understand each other.
What's going on with the priest?
And here I thought we had an understanding. That priest is an AAF problem. He's a goddamn spy. End of story.
What's going on at the Abbey?
The Abbey is off limits, and it's under investigation. We believe these priests are spies and informants for the enemy. We'll get to the bottom of this very soon.
What happened here?
Justice happened here. If you think the Palamists aren't doing the same thing to us, you're a fucking idiot. Jova's part of Asteria's relocation program. We were gonna get everything ready for the migrating Sabinian families. That was before these damn creatures showed up.
So what if the creatures are dead people? Like their anger, their hatred, like everything that that person had within them, and then they died, and all of that just came out.
It's the greatest country on this spinning ball of ours. Well, if it wasn't for the Palamists bringing us down several notches. When we finally get rid of them, Hadia will rise like it once did under King Aster. He was by far our greatest monarch. Look at what we've accomplished with fewer men and resources. We've captured the entire province of Umbrahan and pushed into Argola. I'm guessing we would have Trisk, the capital city of Argola, if it weren't for those damn things. The Asterian armed forces will swing around and liberate Jahania when the fighting resumes. You know the saying, right? ON peacekeepers are as useful as a second asshole on your elbow. Useless outsider trash. We are superior in every way. We've dominated the arts, business, education, and politics for decades, if not centuries. We need to progress. The only way to achieve greatness is to rid ourselves of the Palamist swine. They're drowning in their own filth. We need to step on their heads and hold them underwater. If we let them, those bastards will drag us down with them. They're insects. Look at what they did to that Sabinian family in the marsh. Now, I know what you're thinking. What about the Palamists in the forest? Killing their women and children and sending their men to work camps? But they're not women. They're not children. And they certainly aren't men. When you have a cockroach problem in your home, you don't negotiate with the vermin to leave. You exterminate them. I don't know what they are, but I do know they aren't interested in the town. If they were, I wouldn't be standing here. I sent a scouting party to try to figure out what we're dealing with here, but they never came back. I've been observing them for quite some time. They have no discernible pattern, rules, or hierarchy. In fact, the only thing they seem interested in is that strange dome-like mass in the marsh. My guess is they came out of it. I'd order a salvo on the damn thing, but I don't want to kick the hornet's nest.
I think my business has been conducted here. Unless you see something that's take it from me. If you think about it, yeah, both sides are wrong. Two wrongs don't make it right, man. Never did. An eye for an eye. That sounds like bullshit. Okay, so we still have a lot to do, as you all may know, and we will conquer as much as we possibly can, especially in this area and the area that is next. I'm gonna leave this right here, but I'll pick it up immediately afterwards because I'm running short on time. So I thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, stick around because I'll be creating more of these, and hey, if you liked it even more, drop me a like. It tells me how I'm doing. And don't forget to subscribe. I don't like saying that, but apparently I have to say it. So, yeah, I thank you all very much. I do. I appreciate it. Every little bit goes a long way. And I can't say thank you enough. As always, please stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one, which is right after this. Later!